Beardos, weirdos, boys and ghouls, how are we all doing? Brought to you in glorious 4K. Why not? I've had a package. Now, I've already opened the package because it was taped together with gaffer tape. What a ball ache that was. So, I've got a note to the geeks. From Paul and Jacob. I'm not going to use your surname just in case. I hope you like your ghoul and banshee. You should be able to tell with the name of who's whose, but you can let the boss pick. That's Mrs. Geek. See what she likes the most. I'm glad you know. P.S. Still working on a Marvel diorama, but that is going... I know this is from. But that is going to be for you both. Keep up all the amazing things that you do, and I hope you know how much you help us all. We love you dearly. Enough love to the family. E-Tron. P.S. If you need any 3D printed cake decorations for birthdays, etc., email paul.ebery74@gmail.com. I'll put that on the screen for you guys. E-Tron has been around for quite some time. I'm looking forward to these because he told me he was making them. So he makes dioramas and miniatures and stuff. That's got to be the Banshee, right? I hope the camera is picking that up. I think he prints or carve. I think he makes these himself from scratch, and he actually paints and everything. How cool is that? That's got to be the Banshee. Bony arm under there. Little gravestone. Incredible detail. Absolutely incredible. I really like that. There's a nice... I hope the camera's doing this justice, because it's got a nice little skull face on there, and there's some bones underneath. The graveyard, a stone, a sword, or dagger. So I've got a shelf over there with all the stuff that fans have sent me that I can't wear. And these will go and live there. And then the next one. Ooh. This one's got to be the ghoul. It's got to be the ghoul, right? Look at that. It's got all skull, like green skulls and stuff. It's got a sickle. It's Hangman's noose. How cool are these? A nice big axe there. These are incredible. I'll take some of the shots just so you can see the level of detail that's in this, because there's little skulls in these green pieces. There's faces on both of these, but because they're quite small, I don't know if the camera is going to pick that up. These are absolutely amazing. There are people asking from outside of the UK about the PO box. It just doesn't work outside of the UK. We've had 3 things sent over that have been sent back. But Pat was giving me another idea on how I can basically get the stuff sent me that you guys want to send in. As soon as we've got that running, I'll let you know. Okay, so into the video. Despite what people will say, I am actually a paranormal investigator. I go out to reportedly paranormally haunted locations, and I investigate them. I've had some really cool experiences. As well as that, obviously, there's the debunking, where I watch videos, I try to separate the real from the fake. A lot of people are like, you're just shouting fake. Well, I don't. I promote a lot of real channels. As well as that, there are channels I've looked at to debunk and completely changed my mind. Adelaide Haunted Horizons and Ghosts on Trent being 2 of them. So with that being said, with my paranormal investigator mind on, I'm going to look at a Nuke's top 5 video. It's an old one, so hopefully there's no TikTok cack in there. This is called Real Ghosts Caught on Camera, Top 5 Scary Haunted Houses. I love a good haunted house. I will, of course, cut out most of Nuke's video because just uploading this entire video is going to get me a copyright claim. So we'll just get into the nitty-gritty of these clips that are claimed to be top 5 scary haunted houses. Real ghosts caught on camera. Will there be any real ghosts, or will it all be bullshit? Thanks, Billy. I appreciate you. Number 5, uninvited house guest. Okay, so there's some news articles from American News, and then they're like, Joshua Higgins, his wife, and the 15-month-old daughter experiencing some stuff. They look familiar. I don't know if I've seen this clip. I don't know if I've seen somebody else debunk it, but he especially looks very, very familiar. I hope I haven't seen this. I mean, there was no red bar, so...
I mean, there was even a morning that I woke up and I had felt like something was around like someone's hands were around my neck.
One night, Heather catches a glimpse of something absolutely terrifying on her daughter's nanny cam. Heather immediately runs upstairs.
I freaked out. I stopped what I was doing and I ran upstairs and I grabbed my daughter.
She was horrified to find that her daughter had several mysterious scratches across her face.
I don't like that. I mean, do they show...
Heather says this so-called ghost scratched her daughter Lily.
I have seen this. I think Mr. Gree did a video on this one. The shadow is probably just one of the parents walking past in the background. You know, obviously the dad wasn't on camera. He's not saying... I don't think he said it's fake. I think he said it's just a person that is too far back from the sensor of what are notoriously really bad cameras. And then the baby's face... I've had babies, you know. If you don't put little mittens on them, they scratch themselves up. That looks more like some sort of heat rash. I'm not a doctor. I'll have never claimed to have been a doctor. This looks like dog shit. Yeah, I'm sure Mr. Gray has called this one out for what it really is, which is a baby with a rash and the dad walking around on camera.
And attacked her too.
It scares us that it could do something else.
The couple plans to move out of the house as soon as they can afford it. For now, they are sleeping in the same room with baby Lily every night.
It did just look like the dad walking past the camera, the baby seemingly recognizing the dad standing up, looking, watching dad go past. Number 4, a tale from the crypt. You decide, and all that stuff. By the way, I love Tales from the Crypt, Bearders, Widows, Boils and Ghouls. That's where that comes from. And yes, the pen click and the fake. That is Chris Jericho. I loved wrestling. I still kind of love wrestling. Okay, so Nuke tells us all about this top 5 haunted houses. This isn't a haunted house, it's a cemetery. I hope we haven't seen this one.
Bueno, pues es un panteón relativamente nuevo. Tiene alrededor de 30 años funcionando. Sí se ve algo tenebroso. Pero pues supongo que así son todos los...
The ghost in the background, I can hear it. Awoo. What?
¿Qué onda? ¿Qué es eso? Es un niño. Niño. Niño, ¿quién eres? Niño. ¿Qué diablos hace aquí un niño? ¿Quién eres, niño? ¿Qué pedo?
Oh, that's what we're looking at. There's literally a kid all the way down the end there going, oh.
Niño.
If this jumps the camera and jump scares me, I'm going to be pissed.
Manche. Oh, mames. Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Ay, güey. Ya no hay nadie.
Oh, look, there's a ghost. I will turn away. I shall run for ages. And then I'll turn back. Oh, it's gone. Because the kid just walked off. This is awful already.
¿Qué diablos fue eso? No mames, yo lo vi. Nadie me lo contó, yo lo vi.
Is he going to appear in one of those windows now?
No mames.
Wait, have I just won Mr. Goose Paranormal Bingo? He said Munanis or Punanis or something.
¿Quién está? ¿Quién es? ¿Quién es?
Right, what?
¿Qué tranza?
Why did he get so close to that wall?
Descansa en paz.
Now, there's something else that's very bizarre in this video that you might not have spotted the first time through. Watch as the guy filming approaches the area where the young boy had been standing.
That looked like some form of Halloween mask. Oh my god. Let's take it frame by frame. I think whatever that is, I think whatever that is actually there, behind that glass. At one point, it looked very crisp, very clear, and I was like, I don't know about that. Could it be overlaid? But it kind of bounces with the camera, and when people try to track things, they make mistakes. It didn't look tracked. It looked like it is genuinely there. Just probably a trick of the light, or maybe somebody's gone in there and put something in there that looks a little bit like a face, but it looks like a mask.
Did you see it?
Yes, I saw it. See, in real time, it does look overlaid, like it's too clean and too bright. By the way, it's not a ghost. Not a ghost. It's a mask. Either a mask behind the window, or somebody's masked in that. And if you wonder what a mask is, 2 videos played at the same time, opacity and all the rest is changed. Job done.
The face of what looks like a boy pierced from inside.
I mean, does it? Does that look like a boy, or does that look like The Undertaker in the 90s when he broke his orbital bone and he wore that ridiculous grey mask? That looks like a mask. So Nuke goes into this story about how this guy has the same door, keeps opening in his house. So he sets up a camera. There's a big build-up. We may have to do more than one Nuke's Top 5 here, because this video is going to be short. Recorded on a potato. I mean, he's acting, right? Surely he's just it looks like he is just acting. That is a very, very easy trick. And I know it's a very, very easy trick because if you go and watch my last My House is Really Haunted, where I fake stuff, I do this, but instead of opening the door on a ghost, I open the door on Lee from Really Haunted praying in his living room. It's the same trick. You just track the edges of the door as it opens, and you can put in whatever you like in there. I wonder if I can spot a mistake in it. Okay, so we're going frame by frame. Does that face just appear, or does it fade in? It fades in. Because there's somebody actually there. Well, I don't think that whatever this is masked in at this point. Because all the digital artifact in this glass and around the door, it all kind of matches up, marries up. That all looks fine. I need to get to the door opening, because that's where the telltale sign will be. I think there's just somebody genuinely stood there. Grabs the handle, and... Is that a mask there? I think this may be a mask there at the back of the door frame. So the door frame is doubled, look. Right, I can't actually... This is really well done. I can't actually see the mask. But there has to be a mask there at some point, because before this fades in, he stands to the left-hand side of the door. The thing fades in, and once it's then stationary, then he moves. There's something hidden. That's why he stands back from the door, not to break a mask in that glass. So initially I thought the mask was hidden as the door opens, like I've done before, and you can keyframe it frame by frame, and it's quite effective. I don't think that's what he's done. I think he's masked the glass now, looking at it. There's a reason he stands to that one side. This is far better done than a lot of the attempts I see out there. The giveaway is where he's standing, and you can kind of tell when people are acting by the way they walk and move. Oh, come on. Come on. This is actually really good. The hand over the lens is a trick the Smug Puppy's used before. Okay, so the thing appears. The mask has obviously stopped. There's just somebody stood there at that point. It interacts with him. Oh, look, that's not a mask. It's interacting with him. Cool. It's definitely somebody just the other side of that door. There's no slipping of a mask there, but when he opens this door, can we see some form of masking? That's suspicious. Why put your hand over the lens? I don't think this is a digital mask. I've tried. I've been going back and forth, back and forth, back. I can't see any cut lines. All of the sort of visual distortion or the noise all just sort of marries up too well. What I think this could be is very cleverly hidden cuts. So the ghost appears in the glass and then pulls away. He opens the door, no ghost. And then he comes back, he puts his hand on the door. The giveaway is, before he takes the camera out there, he puts his hand over the lens. That is where the cut is going to be. I think there's a black sheet with a slit in it. And they put the head through. He reacts, he opens the door, the head's already pulled back in. It's just really well timed. The second time he puts his hand on the door, the guy puts his head and hand through the sheet on the other side of the door, or his partner or friend or whatever does that. But when he comes back to the camera and he puts his hand over the lens, that's where the cut is, and then he just carries on recording from this point onwards, but they've taken the sheet down and his friend has moved away. I think that's what that is.
The video poster says that the sound of the crying child could not be heard when he recorded the video.
Oh, bollocks. Well, it probably couldn't. It's probably been overlaid in. Right, the fact that that kid is not supposed to be there and it is so loud. So, my initial thought process was, it's a mask on the window, and it's not. Then it's a mask on the door creaking open, and it's not. I think that is a very, very well done practical effect. There's a black sheet, the guy pokes his head in, or his friend or partner, whoever, pokes their head in, gives this really creepy effect, pulls back, he opens the door, closes the door, he pushes back through the curtain, puts his hand against the window, and then when he opens the door, he runs back, hand over lens, take the sheet down, get your friend to go and hide somewhere else, overlay some creepy music sounds, job done. I don't believe that's real. I do believe that's fake purely because of that hand grab and the way he's standing to one side and stuff. There's just things that are off. I don't think that's real at all. Okay, when it got to the end of the Nuke clip and he replayed the first bit, I was like, holy shit, that face appears, and he walks out there and turns the light on. Okay, right, I've gone over this far more than I should have. I've been thrown off because the initial ghost appearance, he pulls the door open, he goes out there and turns the light on, and there's nothing there. So maybe my thing with the sheet is wrong, and it is just somebody in a hoodie. And as he's opening the door, they just slide in to the left, throw themselves down on the ground. The static camera will miss them there. We can't hear anything. The second one, the reason he does that is to hide a cut, and that's so whoever is ducked down to the left, as we're viewing the left-hand side of that door frame, that hand over the lens gives them time to get out of that corner so you can go through the camera and look around. Jesus, that took a lot longer than I thought he was going to take. So the next video is based in Puerto Rico, but for some reason he shows loads of footage from the Enfield haunting. What?
¡Oh, cuidado! ¡Cuidado, güey! ¡Ah! ¡Puto el mueble! ¡Fuera! ¡Fuera, señor! ¡Se lo saca! ¡Fuera, señor! ¡Me rozó! ¡Poder, Dios mío! ¡Saca todo, Dios! ¡Fuera, Dios mío! ¡No tienes el poder de Dios, señor!
¿Lo botó?
¡Bótalo, señor! ¡Fuera, señor! ¡Sácala! ¡Con Dios mío! ¡Que está aquí! ¡Haciendo aire por aquí! ¡No tienes el poder, señor! ¡Ayúdalo, señor!
But the bizarre paranormal encounters at the Portamont house didn't stop there. Late one night, the Chilean police were called to the home. The family claimed that the evil spirit in the house was, quote, lifting objects and starting small fires around the house. When the police arrived, they were shocked to find that the story was 100% true.
Bold statement. Right, they show an initial vertical TikTok clip 4 years ago. You can't see anything. You hear something crash and bottles break and then somebody start praying and all the rest of it. Nuke says that there's a priest there, but unless the priest is wearing a blue polo shirt, I didn't see a priest. I don't understand what the hell was going on. Couldn't see or make out anything. But now there's another event. The police have been called and the police are saying that it's real. I can't tell what I'm looking at there. Obviously the police are there. The police are saying that a knife was thrown at him, nothing happened. It's not like the police have ever lied about anything. But it lends more credibility to the witness accounts to say, you know, this house has got poltergeist activity. The police have turned up because fires are starting and stuff, and the police officer said, the house is empty. I've had a knife thrown into my back. Luckily I was wearing my stab vest. There's a police car there, so I'm not thinking it's some guy in a cosplay cop uniform. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know what that was flying at the window. It's so pixelated I can't make out anything. Pretty cool again. But, to me, it looked like a bird. They're in Chile. All these doors and windows are open. Could a bird or a bat have gone in there? Could they actually have a bird as a pet? And that's just knocking this stuff over earlier in the video. Who knows? Right, I didn't see any local clergy. I saw a guy in a polo shirt freaking out. That looked like an animal. However, the police turning up, all of these people in the street, seems a bit far for a hoax. Weird. Okay, next clip is the last clip, and it is on a baby monitor. Somebody's watching his kids on a baby monitor. What's this? Bollocks. Absolute bollocks. Right, obviously they're not living in the greatest of quality conditions. But that fence doesn't look like a baby gate. That fence looks like it's to keep animals out. Is that not just a dog leaning against there? And then when the guy grabs the camera and walks out, cuts it in the dark, walks out, looks around there, Oh, look, there's nothing here. Goes back in, looks at this camera. Dog. As we're away, things too far away from the focal point. Like, this is a 4K camera. You're not going to get the same thing. This webcam at a distance will do exactly that. You could hide a multitude of things in that because it's got such a small sensor on it. It's only well, it says it's 1080p. I don't think it is. But when you get the Ring doorbells, nanny cams, stuff like that, especially nanny cams that are over the internet, that this one is, the quality is absolute dog shit. I've got 4K CCTV around my house, and there's ghost cars and everything on there, because the cars are just beyond the focal point of where the CCTV is pointing, and you'll see a car randomly appear in shot down on the main road, and then it'll move in some weird slow motion effect, and then just slowly, by the time it gets to this end of the camera, it'll disappear out. It's just because this area is the focal point of the camera. Anything sort of around this area is not the focal point, and the further away it is, the more likely it is to capture things pulsing in and out, things like that. Also, something to take into consideration is CCTV, Ring doorbells, nanny cams, they tend to not record when there's no movement. It compresses everything. So everything will look like dog shit. Like this. I mean, the kids have got pixelated heads. It's not a ghost. So we've gone back to Nuke's Top 5 for a little bit. I went to a video that's 4 years old, and the quality of 4 years ago is far better than anything that's been put out on any of the top 5 channels right now. Alright, there's potato quality webcams and stuff, but I don't think any of it was real. But the one with the cop, that's kind of convincing because, you know, why would the police lie? The second, the guy with the door opening and the ghost behind the door, that was actually really good. So let me know your thoughts on the comment section down below. Did any of that look real to you? Do you think that I'm wrong and that wasn't somebody in a hoodie just duck into one side and then the cut with a hand over the lens? Do you think this dog shit quality camera is actually capturing a ghost and not a dog? Let me know in the comment section down below. Much love to you all. Beardo out.